Mr. Witness. Welcome back, Mr. Drammeh.
Mr. Drammeh, Bismillah.
May I remind you that you're still under oath? Before the break, we were talking about the interrogation of the Farafenni attackers. And you told us you did not enter the room where the interrogations were taking place.
That is correct, sir.
And you returned to Farafenni that same day. The following day, right? And you had nothing else to do with those who were being interrogated at the NIA premises.
That is correct, sir. We returned. I did more than 2 weeks to 3 weeks in Farafenni involved in patrols and ordered until the mission was called off.
All right. So now let's proceed to deal with the other issue. In 2006, March, there was an alleged planned coup d'etat. And a number of people were arrested. And investigations took place at the NIA. On that day, March 21st, I believe it was. You had reason to go to the airport. Tell us why. And what happened?
When we converged at the counter-terrorism unit, that is all the directors of the then NIA. We were all given tasks. My task, having knowledge of weapons, I have to be at the point of embarkation because we received notice that the former president was coming.
President Koto member President Yalanung Abakana.
He arrived whilst I was at the airport. In the entourage, my former boss, the then Director General, Daba Marena, I collected him, put him in my vehicle, alongside his luggage. We drove out of the airport. And I asked him, where, sir? He said, home. After he changed his mind, I said, let's go to the counter-terrorism unit. Hence, all the directors have converged there. I will go and we do briefing and debriefings.
Nsitaje ngadia munga kulu bonyoto kanyo kala mutandi kulu la meno bekering.
Upon arrival at the counter-terrorism unit,
rimfutata wo bunda la meno kanyin kijatela natambila la kono masata.
Where was that?
At Bijilo, sir.
Ube Bijilo.
He said,
Ako.
when I received the information that you people gave me
Bringa kibaro soto atel moli kibaro mendina
about an abortive coup or a planned coup,
wala ko ferole sitita meya lonka keta kudeta alti membaita.
I had wanted to know the situation of the State House.
Left alone la utumo kolbe tembeda mento State House.
I then confided in Tumbul Tambal.
Utumo londia mutatumbul tambaye kulokono.
I told him, can you find out at the State House?
Nkaye nyinko kisi State House bang.
So if I know the movement of soldiers and how things are going on there,
Ningalong soldier rolu be ila kolu tani na la karola benyamin anin kolbe tembeda jumal toje.
I will then compare these informations
Bitungo tumo lembe kibaro lulandi la ngebe tame nge tenteng.
and then brief the president.
Sina kumasoto mbe memfala president we.
Tumbul acknowledged receipt of that.
Tumbul sonta ko kibaro fota enne.
Whatever finding that was done by Tumbul,
Bari Tumbul nata ko kundi nje ko nyinkono.
he did not go back to Marena to brief him.
Amamuru kata marena ya pur kata kumolu fo marena ye.
Instead, he went straight to the president
Betong ate tententa wole nyama kata president ya.
and told him that there is a coup plot in the Gambia.
Kafayen ko kudeta fero lebe Gambia.
According to Mr. Marena,
Ko Mr. Marena ya fo nyamin.
the then president was so bitter,
Waketa president we ni kuya ni kamfa bati.
he came out
Fundita nang.
and accosted Marena
Atata kuntu marena nyato.
that what is happening in the country and you cannot tell me.
Kafaye ko membe ke kambanko kangima fonye.
He said, but sir, I wanted to finalize an information
Akai sa lafta kibaro lubuntun na lenge kafunyo mahani fo na ko itamma.
based on the intelligence sent to me.
Nga kullo din karingulu menu soto kanto nin tankadala karola menu futatamma.
As a result of that,
Wadalilo le ya sabu.
I have tasked Tumbul to find that information.
Ngodo ko di tumbulu le la prae tao kibaro nyining.
The late Tumbul can be in a better position to give me that accurate information.
Tumbulu le moti mensi o kibaro koyo fono nteye walanna.
But unfortunately,
Bari kolu manna ke anyama.
his conscience was betrayed.
Bitung atelajiko ya lajiko tinya.
Tumbul did not report to Marena.
Tumbulu manna kau kibaro fo marena ye.
For whatever reason,
Dalila o dalila ba koma.
that was best known to him.
Ate tumbulu le olong.
He went straight and briefed the president.
Ate tata president le adoron kata kumulu
And
fo.
Marena told us in that briefing
Adu marena yo fontoli nao bendulato je.
that the then president was not happy with him.
Ko president be kamfari nga kammale katwa manse wo fereng.
He said, but
Ako bari
he had a clear conscience.
bari ate anganiyo seneata la miro seneata.
He wants to give the president the truth,
Lafta ka tonyale fo president we.
to give him facts
Ka kuolu be bonda e nyoto ka jaba kese woto.
and not assumptions.
Bari amalla fika kumolu faye mensi ke miral kuma kensengol ti ngunu kumolu.
We discuss other operational modalities,
Bitundi amuta kudolu fanalu lanya lu kenyala.
and then we disperse in each given task.
Bitu mbe janjanta nyale ye momondi sasi anyanta do ko menkela.
And I drove him back to his home.
Ntelengam abulandi motola ngasamba ala suokono.
From the information you had,
kabo kibaro la ite men soro
was Marena part of the planned coup, or was he not part of the planned?
Marena fo adabe nyin kudeta fere landin woto la bang fo adama tarajeba.
Marena was never part of that coup d'etat.
Marena da nene mambula wo kudeta bayri ngokono.
Council, how can you be part of a coup d'etat and you know it has leaked and you are traveling Mauritania back to that country?
Council ila sitarano kudeta kono nyadile melnata wanyari abaita yena fok pare itabe tamasilo kai be murula nan kana sayo.
Marena was never part of that.
Marena da nene mambula wo kudeta kono.
Msir Jase went up to the border,
Amziri jasi tara fon nane oto
delivered Nur Cham
ay nuru cham samba
at the border,
nane oto
and he returned.
amuruntana
So that is no basis for the conclusion that this man was not part of the coup.
O manke kuti me alon ko nyanda sabati la o misalo le kan ka fo ko
Try another one.
nyinte ko nyindata ko
Tamsir did not do his mathematics well.
Tamsir mala kuolu continue kabo anyota kabo nyoto anyama.
Probably he thought Nurcham was the only person who knew.
Tumandodo aseke ateamira ko Nurcham drone ye kuolong.
The same thing could apply to Daba.
ko kilingo bel belana num daba fanan kan.
There was no part in any further investigation that were convened.
Kisikisuro la fanna do man soto ye men tamandi men saita ko.
There was no alleged plotter
Afoko fere sitilalu kono mote kono
that mentioned the name of Daba Marena.
meye Daba Marena tofa.
Precisely, that's the point, isn't it?
Kumasuti ya kando wala mkuoti.
Nobody mentioned
Not at all.
Daba to have been involved.
Mo man soto me daba tofo.
Thank you very much.
Numbara.
And what happened after that?
The following morning,
Asomo somanda
we went to work.
ntata do kola.
Counselor was one of his most trusted aides.
Council ntebe molle kono menketa alanna molu kono kilinti.
He called me
Ayam kumandi.
whilst I was at his veranda.
Mbala perengo kototu momeng.
On the whole,
Yara o yatara.
he was in his office with some soldiers.
Sojarolo ani wolle dolu bala ofiso kono.
I think they were under the instruction to come and arrest Daba.
Ngamera utumo ye kango di wolle la puri na Daba muta.
When they came out,
Brief fintitanang.
alongside with the soldier
Ani wo sojarolu.
that was headed by Alaji Martin at the time,
Meye wolu nyatonka ya otembo wolem alaji Martinti.
when he came out,
Brief fintitanang.
he looked at me.
Ayun jube.
Ako Drammeh,
Ko Drammeh.
mbe murulana inshallah.
I'll come back inshallah by the grace of Allah.
Marena went
Marena tata.
and never came back.
Ama murun nang koteke.
Or you never saw him came?
He never came back.
Amanna murun nang koteke.
And the NIA started investigating this coup d'etat via a panel.
NIL inatana damu ta puru kanyum kudeta bayri ngonyin ka damu ta ka kisi inatana panelo londi akwang.
That's correct, sir.
Omuto nyaliti sa.
Were you still in the headquarters, working at headquarters when this panel was doing its work?
Hanin kabi tarta nun do ko la no headquarters jebang tumala men ne nyim panelo nyin wara mata nyin kafo nyin londi men kay membe ko nyin kisi la.
I was going to work every day at the headquarters 8 to 4. Sometimes I would stay up to 6.
Luolun din kata do ko la headquarters kabutalan say fotalan nani tumodo lun kata je fotala woro.
And from your observations, how was this panel doing its work?
Council, the hall where the panel was housed, it's a very close proximity to my office. It went to a stage. I sometimes avoid going to my office.
Why?
It's because of you cannot imagine. There are days you come, you find people paraded around my veranda. That is to say, the hall and my office share the same veranda. Seeing people that you know, they know you, you know them. And there were some degree of acquaintance between you and them. Seeing them in a very pathetic state.
Could you explain what you mean by that? Seeing them in a very pathetic state.
I'll first of all start. Ex-General Ebrima Ba.
General Koto Ebrima Ba.
I found him in shot. He was crying. I looked at him. After some time,
crying as a result of what?
I asked him,
I asked him, my elder, what has happened, Muneketa. He said to me, they beat me mercilessly.
I said, who?
I
called the black. I kept quiet. Because that time, there was no single staff in that institution that was even safe. We were all afraid.
Afraid of what?
Even sometimes the person that you know that were among those arrested, your close association with this could be depicted or interpreted otherwise.
What were you afraid of?
Arrest, detention, possible beatings.
But beatings is a civilized way of describing torture.
Council, with due respect, give me something I will put in.
I'm just suggesting that beatings is a civilized way of calling torture. In this
case, I will take the latter of yours, torture.
You were afraid that what was happening to those people you saw right at the veranda of your office, you were afraid that the same fate would befall you.
That is one side. Or there's this other side. Those doing the interrogations that had no idea about interrogation, they misconstrue the facts. A point in case, there was this fateful day, sometime between 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., all the directors of the NIA were summoned to the headquarters by the Director General.
Director lumenu bebe NIA bunda nyatonko luye be kumandi puriye beng doku dulato je NIA adun Director General doku bula kuntonko fangale kumandi kwena.
Was the Director General operating alone in that activity?
For Director General memu kordatio nyim found nyatonko di for at damal be ko nyin tamandika ko nyin kono ba.
I suppose he was there with the panel members and other security heads at the time.
Ngamira ko ateningo panel molu we mo tombon dingulu meni katara nyinin karola ateningo lebije animo kotangulu meni alonko ye mabendije.
And were there any other officials who were not members of the security institution?
If
my memory serves me well, with the exception of us, those panel members, we saw people in black fatigues and which have balaclava covered faces.
Any civilians?
Those nights, none.
What? I beg your pardon?
The nights that we were summoned to come to the headquarters, there were none.
Any lawyers?
There were none.
Proceed, please.
And then?
We were summoned. We were all paraded into the conference hall. Then suddenly, the late Musa Drammeh entered I'm pointed at Ngor Seka, Jibril Seka.
Ngor Seka chodi ka fa may Jibril Seka.
He said out.
Akoye finti.
And then Musa Diba.
Ani Musa Diba
out.
Ako fa na finti.
The rest of you,
to malu menu bije,
you can go.
Ako wole alteliata.
That was too traumatic indeed.
Waketa kijate kuoti.
Why was it?
Mune osabu.
Ngor out.
Ngor funti.
No explanation.
Dalila manfo.
Musa Diba out.
Musa Diba funti.
No explanation.
Dalila manfo.
The rest of you go.
Atelu tolu mentutaje ali finta alieta.
Just for you to realize that.
Andu sina lonko.
Those colleagues who were asked out have
been
arrested.
But that is how the NIA operated.
This was not the NIA at play at the time.
You just happen to have been at the receiving end. But that is the normal way the NIA operated.
I disagree, sir. If a panel is constituted, the NIA might not have the leverage.
But that panel was headed by Mamadou Haidara, who was the Deputy Director General at the time.
At this time, he was not yet Deputy Director General that I'm talking about.
Nonetheless, he was the head. He was the chairman of the panel. But that's the way the NIA operated. You would be working with A now, the next minute you arrest A and put him down. That is what obtained. Not only in the NIA, but also the police. But also the military. That was the modus operandi of the security forces. Is that not true, Mr. Witness?
That is correct.
Thank you very much. So, you had no reason to be surprised because of the arrest. Perhaps you may have been scared that you may be next. Is that not the case?
That wasn't the case.
Was that the only time you were summoned there?
There were second times.
That second time, did you get in?
In where?
The NIA, the panel setting where you were summoned?
No, we did not. I did not get there.
Why?
They needed something in my office.
And then?
Papers and stationaries.
And?
Why I was surprised was for what Ngor Seka was arrested for. Sir, up to 2006, it was very rare to hear that we were arresting each other. I would suggest, if we go back to books, those severe tortures occurred, started during the advent of the abortive 2006 coup.
But
I am not disputing that it has not happened there.
That is not the case. It used to happen before. Each time there was the rumor of a coup d'etat, people arrested were dealt with in the most gruesome manner.